Say you wanna be famous, I stand 10 feet tall, a rooftop to the basement, you wanna own it all.
Okay, what's up guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're back at Ultimate Fitness and we're joined with two Deans. We've got Dean LESIAK, 4-time British champion, and today's special guest with Dean the Great White. Dean, welcome to Ultimate Fitness.
Double trouble today.
Yeah. So before we get Dean on the video today, as he's visiting Birmingham and he's come from his Vegas trip back 2 months ago now, and his first Olympia outing where he came 10th. I just want to talk about that. The lead up to last year's prep. So how did it feel becoming an Olympian, Dean?
I don't think it's properly sunk in quite yet, to be fair. I don't know if it ever will. The whole experience was pretty crazy, to be fair, mate.
So this time last year, Dean was like an amateur bodybuilder still hadn't even thought about getting a pro card, had you?
No, I was hoping I was gonna get the pro card before I was 30. I'm still 29.
Still a baby.
Yeah, that was my goal. So it was to turn pro before I was 30. Yeah, didn't expect to qualify or even place at the Olympia, that's for sure.
So let's go back. Dean's been competing, about 7-8 years now?
Since I was 21,
21.
2015 I did my first show.
Yeah, so obviously I've judged Dean at PCA shows before, so I've seen the progression from like class 3 to winning overall British champion. 2018?
That was 2018.
Yeah, 2018.
Yeah. You got a good memory.
I have. Then you got second in the Worlds that same year.
Yeah, Randy beat me.
Yeah. But obviously since then his sort of career's took off, and what made you decide to go from PCA? Obviously you won the Universe.
Yep.
Is that like, okay, I've done enough in the PCA, I need to go in the IFBB?
At the beginning of the year, I said to my coach, which is Ben Chow, basically, because the year before that, we had the lockdowns and stuff, and I was building the gym, Fantom Fitness, and I didn't really have a proper off season, wasn't really in routine with anything. I felt like I was like coming away from bodybuilding a bit, even though I was building the gym. Like my main focus was on like get that up and running, ready for when we opened in April, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was, yeah.
So yeah, my main priority was that, and I got training after we opened in the new gym, and I basically just said to Ben, like, mate, I don't care what we do, I just got to do a show. So
did you find opening a gym was like a hindrance or positive to your training?
At the beginning I felt like it was a hindrance, but no, it's helped me massively, because obviously I can select the kit that I want to work around certain injuries. I actually have a broken L4 vertebrae, so yeah, I've got to work around that. So and I mean, you obviously love having your own gym, don't you?
Well,
I mean, it's got its ups and downs, right?
Ups and downs.
But yeah, you wouldn't. I mean, it becomes your life, doesn't it?
It does, exactly.
Yeah. So yeah, it's perfect for where I'm at now, and you know the gym's taking off really well. So
do you want to tell
I've got a good team. So I actually own the gym with my dad. And we just we bounce off each other with it, do you know what I mean? Like,
Dean's dad's into bodybuilding as well.
Yeah, he's never competed yet himself, but he's a big dude.
He's a big dude.
He loves it, yeah.
He's in good shape, yeah. So let's talk about obviously the Olympia. You qualified at Portugal.
Yeah. So I had to do a 2 Bros qualifier beforehand to enable me to do an international show, which was, I can't remember what they called it now. 2 Bros qualifier. Yeah, come to me at some point. But yeah, Portugal was. I was actually saying to my
August,
July. Yeah, beginning of July. I was actually saying to my training partner Sam the other day that I think the experience and like the emotions that came from the whole week in Portugal probably superseded the Olympia feeling because, like, a lot of people built a hype around me. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, I was expected to win my pro card and stuff like that. Kind of like there was a lot of pressure on me.
Do you find the pressure a good thing or a bad thing?
It didn't affect me in a negative way at all. Going into it, because that was my best prep. I think I was fresh at that point of the year. Everything was going really well. The show was. I would recommend anyone to do that show. To be fair, have you been over there?
No, it's probably one of the only places I haven't been.
You should go. Yeah, the whole part of like the venue, the staff, like the whole thing of the show.
Even
like,
the production.
Yeah, it was really good. I mean, we come out of the ground on the Sunday for the pro show on a spinning wheel. It was nuts. That's some James Bond shit.
So you qualified. You got your pro card on Saturday.
Yeah, I won the
Sunday.
I won the light heavies, and then light heavies. It was under 102 kilos anyway.
Heavyweight.
And won the overall, won my pro card, and then the next day won the pro show.
So did you have any expectations going to the pro show? Just want a place?
No, I can remember being backstage. Even at the amateurs backstage, I was looking at the other guys like, fuck it, I'm not ready for this yet. Like, I was thinking, shit, I've bit off more than I can chew. Like, this is not going to go well. And then the pro show. I mean, the day after. So the Saturday when I won the pro card, I had to then weigh in after the pro show, after the amateur show, really late. It was like midnight when I had to weigh in, so I had to go back to the guy's gym to weigh in, and so it was like midnight. So I was going to be like at my heaviest anyway, and I had to be under 212, and I weighed in at 211.8.
Talk about couldn't it fine.
Yeah. So after I weighed in, I think we had like burger, chips, dessert, 2 pints of Coke, just to be like super full for the Sunday, and it worked so well.
Do you think
I've never been happier with my look.
So you think you look better the day before or the pro show?
The pro show, I was blasting for me. It just.
I suppose when you've got no expectations, you just go really
when I'm flat, like at the Arnold's, you were there. I look shit when I'm flat. It's just terrible. So it's a huge difference. When I was in Portugal, everything was just like round and just like.
I think when you got certain weaknesses or flaws in your physique and you're flat, they expose more.
It was
when you're full, that's what you can still get away with. Hiding something.
Going back to the pro show in Portugal, I was backstage, and I can't remember how many there was of us, but I was thinking like I'd probably beat 2 of you. Like the rest looked way out of my league, in my eyes anyway.
Did you compete against Peter Molnar?
At the Olympia?
No,
the Arnold.
The qualifier.
Not qualified, no.
But you qualified, you competed him at the Arnold, didn't you?
The Arnold's, he placed 5th, I got 6th. And then I'm not sure where he placed at the Olympia, maybe 15th, I think.
Yeah, he didn't play top 10, did he?
No. He did look really good.
So why do you think, obviously going from such a high, winning your pro card, first pro show, go to the Arnold, do you think, because obviously you weren't planning to do the Arnold, was you?
No,
be at the Olympia.
We got an invite from the Arnolds. Felt like it was silly not to be in Birmingham. And then we both decided, when I say we, me and my coach both decided we'd try a different approach for peak week. Not just peak week, sorry. We thought we'd go in for like a sharper look rather than a fuller look, to try and get down a bit more. When I was backstage, I was actually going hyper when I was pumping up, and that's when I knew, fuck, this is not working. Like,
I remember right, it was quite late, wasn't it? The pre-judging.
Yeah, I was just literally going hyper, and I was like, I couldn't get a pump on. Fuck, I was like, nah, it's not working. And unfortunately, they only judged pre-judging. They didn't judge finals. I'm not saying that I would have placed any better than I did, because I still look shit, but I filled up a lot more in that time, and the tan was an issue as well. So we corrected the tan, got a bit fuller, but they didn't actually. The scorecards weren't marked at the finals at all. They were the whole column was just blank. Maybe I could have got one place, but there's no point in saying coulda, woulda, shoulda, all that bollocks.
So you're basically saying you're looking shit was 10th best in the world.
No, the Olympia.
The Arnold's.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, when I got sick.
So how did you prep for the Olympia? How did you look on the Olympia stage?
So you moved out to America 6 weeks before, didn't you?
8 weeks.
8 weeks before.
Yeah. So I was at Ben's for a week, and then we drove 4 hours to Houston. Was training with Hunter, and I was getting posing with Lila Brada as well, which was great.
So how was that experience? Was it your first time in America?
Yeah, it was my first time over there. Yeah.
Totally different.
Yeah, totally different. Yeah, it's completely different.
The gym's there.
Yeah, I mean, to be able to train in Hunter's own facility with the team there, Rhea was there. It was locked in. Do you know what I mean? It was locked in. Like, me and Ben had an Airbnb, so literally it was just like, get up in the morning, pose for him straight away, got my body weight, fasted, did cardio, got the first meal in after cardio, go back, cook food up for the day, you know what it's like, man, just eat the meals, and then we would drive over to the Brada HQ and get the training done. We would do posing 3 times a day, so that would be AM training and PM, 3 rounds, 3 times a day. I think that was good for us both, because we both needed to get better at like posing fitness. You know what I mean? It's a different fitness than cardio. So that helped a lot, because I was confident on stage at the Olympia, because I know I got to the point where I could hold my poses easily for longer than 30 seconds a pose.
Because you've been practicing.
Yeah, like my posing was solid. So that was the first time in that year that I could say like posing was bang on. So
how did it feel like to obviously go to a foreign country, don't really know anyone, training a different gym, leaving your home gym, leaving your friends? Was it a good thing or a bad thing?
it was needed.
Yeah.
At the end of the year, my body was tired, my mind was tired. It was needed, and
You were
I don't think if I didn't go over there, and if I wasn't with Ben that time, I don't think I would have got the same outcome for sure. Yeah, because it was full steam ahead. Like, yeah, it was good. It was good.
Let's talk about the Vegas experience. Obviously, I've seen you at the meet and greet on the Thursday, Friday. Yeah. So it's the Mr. Olympia, the biggest show in the world. You're going into, how did it feel? You were at the biggest stage.
It felt like I was watching myself from a dream. You know what I mean? It's weird. Like it wasn't happening. Like I was.
Does it still
like
feel surreal
every day
now?
just kept. I was like, just roll with it. I don't even know if it's even happening. And I was just like, yeah, just roll with it. Just keep ticking the boxes. Didn't feel real. Still doesn't feel like I've done it. Or, do you know what I mean? I'm just like.
Do people recognise you like from America, around the world? Did you get people like seeing you compete?
When I walked into the gym in Vegas, it was
the elevation there.
they knew me from Portugal and that, so that was pretty cool. That was a cool feeling. We went into Powerhouse.
Irish gym.
Yeah, that was a cool gym.
Yeah.
Posing. We used that. We went there every morning to do posing.
What was your favourite gym in Vegas?
Elevation. Yeah. I only tried the 2 gyms.
Oh, so you didn't go to Flex.
Sorry?
You didn't go to Flex Lewis's gym?
No.
You'll have to watch my YouTube videos. I've done a tour of all the gyms in Vegas. But I like Elevation Gym was a good gym.
It's a good setup.
It's a nice gym, yeah. It's small, but it's a nice gym, yeah.
It's a good setup. Nice selection of kit.
Yeah. So, what did you think of the overall experience? Were you pleased with your placing? Do you think you judged fairly?
I haven't seen too much footage back from it, but the experience was amazing. Literally from the day that I got there, other than being ill a few times, that sucked. It was incredible. it was better than I thought it was going to be. But the highlight of it was I thought I was going to be nervous on stage, being the Olympia stage, because it literally just felt like another show when I was on stage. Like when I was backstage waiting to go on stage, I was like, oh fuck, this is the Olympia stage, right?
It's a big crowd.
Yeah, just like.
Did you have any nerves going on stage?
Like I said, when I was about to go on stage, I was nervous, and then.
So when you were backstage and this like Sean Corrida, you got Kamal pumping up, did you think, you know?
I knew I wasn't gonna beat those guys. Do you know what I mean? Like, I was looking at them thinking like, they've got that mature. Do you know what I mean? It's like there's no way I was gonna like. I didn't think I was gonna crack the top 5 anyway. So the goal for next time will be to get in the top 5. I know what areas I've got to work on, being my back and my abductors. I'm not going to stop until I've won it.
So that takes us to this year. You're going to obviously try to qualify again for Olympia.
Yeah. Ben wants me to hit 240 pounds before I prep. I'm 225 at the moment, and we've got about 2 months in order to start prep ready for the summer show to qualify, and that'll give me. If I don't qualify on the first show, there's 2 hours.
So 240, will that be the heaviest body weight you did off season?
Yeah, by about 4 or 5 kilos.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
I've never had a proper off season yet. Because since I've been competing, it's kind of like we did a lot in 2018. The first year I competed and just never really had a proper off season. So this is a short one, but I'm making good progress.
So we've seen you from a young age when you first started getting into competing, and we could see the potential. You see you're a bit of a freak. You got these crazy muscle bellies, your arms, everything. I mean, you look phenomenal. And you haven't scratched the surface yet. You're only 29 and you're on the Olympia stage already. So we are expecting big things from you. No pressure. But you've got great genetics, building muscle-wise. But it hasn't always been so easy. You've got complications. What's going on with your kidney? Was it from birth?
Yeah, I was born with 1 kidney.
One kidney doing bodybuilding. This is the big problem in the sport today, isn't it? There's more the amateurs taking crazy amounts of drugs and stuff and not looking at their health. How do you cope only having 1 kidney? I know you're very on top of your health and the blood checks and everything. What do you do and how do you manage?
Firstly, Imran's helped me massively.
Transform now.
He's helped me massively stay on top of my blood work, making sure everything's good. My kidney function's actually better right now than it was at the beginning of the year, like beginning of last year, sorry.
And it's in a good place?
Yeah, it's in a good place.
What sort of precautions do you take to keep your kidneys functioning properly?
So this is another reason why I rate Ben so highly for coaching, because he's had kidney complications himself, and he's very much aware of the situation, and he cares a lot about my health rather than just pushing drugs and we need to win this, He's not like that, so we stay on top of the health supplements, stay hydrated a lot, and for the Olympia, the cycle and everything involved wasn't that intrusive. So that was probably the healthiest prep I've ever had.
Also, it reflects on your physique as well.
When you're ill, you look shit.
So are you telling me you got on the Olympia stage on minimum drugs? You don't have to take 10 grams a week and
I think you might have to,
shit.
I think you might have to say that a few times for that to sink into anyone's head, mate, to be fair. I think you know the score, mate. No one believes that shit.
I mean, it's a sad world at the minute. Like when you look that good, people think you must be taking a crazy amount of stuff. But I mean, he's living proof. He's got 1 working kidney. He can't physically take X amount of shit without it having a massive effect on his health. And your health checks are in great stages at the moment, aren't they? And obviously you're going to continue to keep him as healthy as possible while pushing to get bigger and get on the Olympia stage again and do more damage. I'm expecting big things because you
I'm not going
have
to stop until I want it, mate.
you have all
I'm
the
gonna
tools.
stop until I want it.
So you've got age on your side. Obviously, you've got a good coach.
Yeah.
The experience now.
Yeah, I know I've got to work on, and I still enjoy it a lot. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Passion for
yeah,
that
I think
drive
that's the
to
main
train.
thing. Like when it becomes like
A chore.
a chore,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
fucking. You got to reevaluate. I think
Yeah.
because you could end up just feeling stuck in a rut otherwise. Do you know what I mean? Like you could just be like, I'm just doing this because this is what I do, rather than
Love it.
yeah.
So have you got an idea what show you're doing this year? Did you say about June, July time?
Maybe the London show in August.
Okay.
I don't really want to compete any sooner than August. I need that time to grow. I think there's like Spain or I don't know what other shows there are off the top of my head. I think there was like 2 or 3 after London that I could possibly do before, because they've moved the Olympia from December to November and it's back to Florida again, right? Yeah.
So you want to put on at least another £20 or around about £20 before you start your prep. What are you going to do that? What's the plan? Without
it or
giving
not,
away too many secrets.
What's the
Eat
protocol?
food. Eat lots of food.
What would your daily calorie intake be? Is it all clean food?
I get cheat meals around back and legs, but I've had to keep that pretty clean now because the only thing on my blood markers which has slightly risen is cholesterol, so I got to make sure that I don't make that any worse than it is really. I don't have a heart attack.
Well, yeah, try not to have a heart attack. That would be a good thing to do.
Yeah.
So you basically said you're just going to push more food to get your body weight onto that.
Yeah, the drug side of things are pretty mild still, so yeah, I won't need to put that up. That's where that is. Food goes up along with training intensity.
We're going to talk about your sponsor. You're sponsored by Hostile Supplements. How big have they been in your prep?
Hostile have been a huge part of me being able to do what I can do right now. They've helped out massively with the Olympia, with a lot of things. Literally can't thank Fuad anymore. He's incredible. And one of the real good things about Hostile is, as many of you know, that he's actually done the walk himself. He's not just, do you know what I mean? He's not just chucking supplements at people. He's actually done the walk. He knows what to do. I actually managed to train back with him in Houston, which was pretty cool.
Was that the first time you met him when you were to
Yeah. The brand has taken off massively.
I think it's, his podcast helps, doesn't it? He's got the right to do his podcast.
Yeah. And the team are awesome, man. Like, what Hostile stand for and everything, it's just everyone fits it so well. Do you know what I mean? It's a cool brand, and they've been awesome.
So I'm flying off to the Arnold. You said you might be tempted to fly over to support Samson, fellow athlete.
Samson for the win, I think.
Yeah, give us your top 3 for the Arnold. Samson for the win.
I can't call the rest, mate. I don't know. Who have you got?
I've got Andrew for the win.
You got Andrew for the win?
Andrew for the win. Probably Nick Walker, then Samson.
Good shout. Yeah, I think that's your top 3 for sure.
Yeah. Then you've probably got Sean Caruda.
He's either going to get first, or he's not going to be in the top 3.
True,
Unless
you got big Ramy
if
as
they
well.
make him if they put him like second or something, it's going to look. I don't know. I've had this conversation with so many people now. You never know, do you? Really, how they're going to.
Unless you see him more on stage, it's hard for them to compare.
There's so many people judge the Olympia from the live stream, and unless you're there, it means nothing. It means nothing.
Yeah, cool. So well, we'll let you go. I know you're got a restaurant booked. Nice steak waiting for you. So Dean, thanks for visiting. And good luck for the Olympia prep. I may see you in Arnold.
Expecting big things from you. Just Olympia in the future.
For sure.
Where can people get hold of you if they want to visit your gym? What's your gym called?
Fantom Podcast.
And
pop down. IFBB Pros train free. That's day passes, or if you want to train there full time.
Where can people get in contact with you for
Instagram?
Instagram, yeah.
Yeah.
What's it, Dean the Great White?
Yeah.
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 Get in touch with Dean if you want any personal training or appearances. Hit him up. Okay, over and out.
You wanna dream big, you better dream large. 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 You say you wanna be famous, stand 10 feet tall, a rooftop to the basement. You wanna own it all. I see the hunger in your eyes. You wanna flash like a classic car. Got the hustle and the pride. I'll burn hotter than a star.
Yeah. This is the time of your life, the moment to live, the moment to shine, the moment to rise and take over the world. I'm on top of everything, on top of my game. Big city life, big city dreams. Think large, go hard, shine light for the ones in the dark. Stay true to yourself and go big from the heart.
You wanna dream big, you better dream